Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Craig, hiking pipes. And get the housekeeping out of the way. I'm smoking my Mastro Geppetto, and in it, some McBaron Golden Extra. So, Mr. Chad, good question. What is beauty to us? I'm going to use a very frequently used statement, and that is beauty is in the eye of the beholder, because beauty is going to be different for every one of us. And that statement is mostly attributed back to Plato for its origins. A little truck went by. I've been really thinking about this question. And it's not a beautiful question because it's causing me a lot of stress. But I started to think about all the things that I find beautiful. And I'm looking for a common denominator of those things that appeals to me, why I would think they were beautiful. Started thinking about people I know, people I've met in my life, inanimate objects, mountains, sunsets. Started thinking about music. And when do I think something is beautiful in music? And the common denominator, trying to put a quantifiable signature to it, is for me, it creates a feeling, which is an emotion, of tranquility. And I kind of thought about that as, I like mountains. I go hiking and backpacking, and I enjoy being, out in the woods. And, for example, I can come along a mountain range, and they're very majestic. And standing there looking at that and catching my breath in looking at something like that, and just everything else kind of goes away, and I'm myopically focused on just that. And it gives me the feeling of just, again, the word is tranquility. I was listening to some music last night, had my headphones on, Pink Floyd, and I started to think about the music I was listening to. And there were segments of individual songs, not the whole song necessarily, but just segments that transported me. It could be an incredibly uplifting guitar riff or something like that, and I just kind of get transported with that segment, and it could be maybe 10, 15 seconds of music that just, and as opposed to the remainder of the song where I am just, again, narrowly focused and just going with it. Feeling of tranquility. People I've come across. I've come across some very attractive people. I've dated some very attractive ladies, physically, maybe not emotionally. Thereby, they lost their attractiveness. My wife, who I'm married to for almost 30 years, physically attractive, but emotionally attractive. Combining those things, Is she beautiful all the time? Honestly, no. And I'm not beautiful to her all the time. But what we have together is, and we have a tranquility between us. We argue, we fight, she nags, I don't do what she says. Both guilty. But on a whole, we are kind of one. And we've achieved that. That's why I think we've been married for 30 years. So, beauty. I don't know if that just answers the question, but for me it does. It's an overall feeling of tranquility. Now, for others, beauty will be in the eye of the beholder. Be well, be safe, be good to one another. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.